Cool. Let's actually start with the paint stocks. Let's look at, what color they're choosing. Asian Paints is flat. Let's pull up Axo itself. Axo's at 32.10. And remember, it's turning negative now. The deal itself has been done at sub 3,000. So let's see how it plays out. Let's pull up Berger, Kansai Nerolac. Let's get all of the paint stocks up on the screen. Axo is not falling too much. Berger is also flat. Most paint stocks actually flat. Perhaps, like Mangalam has been saying, the market had an inkling of this coming all along, so it's not coming as a big surprise. Now Axo is seeing a little bit of red as the market digests the news. Yeah, a little over 1% down on Axo Nobel. So that's what we have.
So now my sense is that the Axo Nobel stock would be, in the red all the way until, the deal price is there, and that acts like a floor price for the stock from here on. Yeah. All those who were bidding the stock higher, hoping for a deal and an open offer to come by at prices earlier at which Axo Nobel was trading or at a premium to what it was trading, have their hopes have been quashed. Absolutely. It is at around 2,700 rupees per share. So those people might be unwinding their positions, but they won't until the 2,700 mark is, holding on. That will become a base price. And from yesterday's high as well, the stock has seen a bit of a knock. Ever since, the story came by that JSW Paints will go ahead and acquire the company. I remember Ashwin saying on the air as well that they valued the promoter's stake at 9,000 crores. As against the 10,000 crores that it was yesterday. So from those levels, the stock has seen a bit of a knock. Still holding.
I know. Actually, I'm a little surprised that the market isn't pricing it, because now you have a price. The asset has been priced at 2,762 rupees, but the market price is still holding higher, which is interesting. We'll keep analyzing the story as we go forward. Let's look at the rest of it then. 50 points higher on the Nifty, so the bulls continue to show up their good form. Let's see what's taking the market higher this morning. There's L&T, 1.5% up. There's Tata Steel. There's State Bank of India. There's Hindalco, NTPC. So it's a complete mix of stocks and sectors really out there. Tata Motors is having a decent day. There's Apollo Hospital, Axis Bank. So it's a good mix. Reliance is still contributing. Infosys is contributing on the upside. State Bank of India and L&T. So these are some of the heavy hitters this morning. What is not contributing is HDFC Bank. Pretty, decisive in its down move today. Over 1% lower. And then there is Cipla and SBI Life. These are some of the other stocks which are quiet as we speak. So Bank Nifty is playing a little bit of a spoil sport, keeping a check on the Nifty overall. Nigel.
Well, that's right. In terms of stocks on the broader markets, Dixon, that one is getting its mojo back. It's up close to around 4%. Equaris have come out with the note. They have an ad rating on the stock. They remain positive on the stock. They believe there are multiple near-term positive catalysts. And they also say some of those concerns are premature in nature. So that could explain one of the reasons the stock is up close to around 3%. So good up move on that particular name. What else? Metals are doing well as a pack. We had highlighted this earlier this morning as well, that technically, you have the 50 DMA that's moved above the 200 DMA. And the world seems to be in a better place if these tariff tantrums are gradually easing out. At least that is the hope. For the time being, the metal index, which hasn't done anything in the last 1 year, well, that's up close to around 1% or thereabouts. So China remains the problem. We don't know what's going on that front. So that's the other pocket that I'm looking at. A few more names that are moving around. Prime Focus, we don't talk about this name very often. Stock is up more than 10%. So solid up move is what we're seeing on that particular name. Western Carriers, another one that won an order, I think, yesterday. I think today as well, there was some small order win out there. That stock as well is opening up higher. And Mobiwick, yesterday it saw a big recovery from the day's low. Today as well, it's building on to those gains. From the broader markets, Brain-B Solutions has come in for some profit taking. Last few trading sessions, it's been moving like a rocket. Today, it's cooling off a little bit. And just one word on stocks like HDFC Bank. Yesterday, they ended with a flourish. Sometimes you see some of these stocks that do that in the last hour of trade at the last day of a particular series. The next day, just for that day, they realign themselves just to adjust for what they did in the previous trading session. So HDFC Bank, I think the trend is up, but I think it's just readjusting itself. Just one word, guys, with regard to this paint deal. I'll keep an eye out on JSW Cement's IPO. Money is going to be required. The group, I think, could look at fast-tracking those plans. Just a comment that I think.
All right, we will keep an eye out on that itself. Meanwhile, the Nifty Bank, despite the HDFC stock being lower, is contained by its losses, just about 50-60 points. That's because SBI is doing well. Axis Bank is doing well. SBI, of course, aims to raise about 25,000 crore rupees via a QIP. Torrent Pharma is one of the stocks which is up around 3.5% as well. There's a note that has come in from JP Morgan this morning on the stock. They've upgraded the stock. The target price is close to around 3,800 rupees. So that's one of the bigger gainers in the broader markets. Siemens is one which is coming in for some buying as well, up close to around 3%. We continue to see some traction being built on Vodafone Idea ever since the comments that have come in from Jyotiraditya Scindia. The stock is up around 12% this week. This morning starts with gains of about 2%. And rail stocks do fairly well this morning as well. So Titagar is up higher in today's trading session. Translay Lighting is the other one. Another stock not regularly spoken of, but a big mover this week is Bajaj Consumer. They announced the appointment of a new MD this Monday, and the stock was locked in upper circuit, a 20% upper circuit on that day itself. Continued to hold on to its momentum, currently higher by about 4% on Bajaj Consumer. It is it's almost 30% higher this week itself for that stock. So